Welcome. If you're a focused learner eager to understand the hidden mechanics of our planet, you are in exactly the right place for this explainer. Today, we're going on a seriously fascinating journey into the living mechanics of the Earth. We're not just looking at some static rock floating out there in space, we are examining a highly active, totally dynamic engine.
Okay, let's jump right into this by challenging an assumption we all make pretty much every single day. Is the ground beneath you moving right now? I mean, it feels perfectly still, doesn't it? But the reality? The environment around us is never truly static. Even when we can't perceive it with our own two eyes, the world is in a constant, ongoing state of transformation. Section 1, Nature is never still. The rules of the living canvas.
So, before we go any further, let's lay down the ground rules. What exactly are natural changes? Well, they're simply shifts and transformations that happen completely independently of human influence. This is going to be our baseline for the entire explainer. We're stepping completely outside the anthropogenic realm to just observe the Earth's autonomous engine doing its thing. And these autonomous shifts, they aren't happening in a vacuum. They govern the literal land we walk on. They dictate the air currents, redirect massive water systems, and force plants and animals to adapt to totally unpredictable weather patterns. There isn't a single corner of the globe that gets a free pass from this interconnected engine.
Moving right along to Section 2, the pace of change, fast and slow in the natural world.
Now, nature operates on absolute extreme polarities. On one hand, you've got this incredibly slow, methodical pacing. Think about the gradual turning of the seasons, or a river taking literally centuries to carve out its winding path. It's the quiet, almost invisible growth of a tree before it gently drops its leaves. But on the flip side, you face rapid, explosive energy. An earthquake violently shakes the crust. A flash flood rips through a valley in mere minutes. A sudden lightning strike sparks a massive forest fire. Nature absolutely commands both of these extremes. And all the life on this planet, it has to respond dynamically to those shifting rhythms. Consider those slow, sprawling cycles like the changing seasons. As the temperatures drop and food sources start to shift around, animals don't just sit there and wait. They embark on these incredible, grueling migrations. These aren't just simple road trips. They are deep biological imperatives driven by the planet itself. They're adapting their entire existence to the slow, relentless turn of nature's dial. Which leads us to Section 3, a delicate natural balance, the why behind the elements.
It's really the ultimate biological feedback loop. Think about it. Trees grow and they shed their foliage. But rather than just becoming, dead waste on the ground, actually scratch that. It's not waste at all. This decaying matter undergoes an amazing chemical transformation. It enriches the soil with the exact nutrient profile required to sustain the whole next generation of flora. In this dynamic ecological balance, death literally fuels new life. How cool is that?
And honestly, it is so easy to overlook the mundane mechanics. Like, a localized rainstorm might completely ruin your afternoon plans, but systemically, it's a crucial cog in the machine. That precipitation is the essential delivery mechanism for the hydrologic cycle. It sustains the baseline of our entire global food web. Without it, the whole broader ecological balance just crumbles. And this brings us to a massive paradigm shift. Volcanoes can actually create new land. I mean, we usually view a volcanic eruption as one of the most violent, terrifying disasters imaginable, right? Yet, as that magma eventually cools down, it acts as this awe-inspiring land-building tool that literally expands the map. It is destruction equating directly to creation. Mind-blowing stuff. But we do have to talk about the flip side. Section 4, when nature strikes back. The double-edged sword. This is the sobering reality of living on an active planet. Unbridled events, hurricanes, floods, earthquakes, they can severely disrupt existing ecosystems. Human infrastructure gets damaged, vast ancient forests can be completely leveled in a single afternoon, and intricate animal habitats erased in an instant. The Earth is an incredibly powerful force, and it is completely indifferent to what stands in its path. But if we zoom out to look at the really big picture, we arrive at this fundamental truth. Nature is always changing. It relies heavily on both slow and fast changes. It features incredible creative forces, but also devastating destructive ones. Ultimately, though, this relentless dual-sided cycle of change is the exact mechanism that shapes our planet and supports all life on Earth. Without this constant state of flux, the delicate balance that allows us to even exist would simply collapse.
Which leaves us with this final, somewhat provocative thought. How is your own local environment transforming right now without you even realizing it? The next time you look out your window, try not to just see a static picture. Look for those slow changes taking years to unfold and respect the fast ones that can happen in an instant. Observe the living engine of Earth at work all around you. Thanks so much for joining me for this explainer, and definitely stay curious.